After production of noodles, if they want to package the spices, they first protect themselves by covering their nose. In the course of analysis, we discovered that these wicked people use acetate material to preserve these foods. And this
Yeah, the doctors have finally discovered what is killing our top celebrities in this country, and also he has dropped a voice note of the doctor's report from Amechi Morgano, and is also the same thing that killed Don Brimo, and is also the same thing that is affecting Mr. Ibu. All you need to do now is, after watching this video, you like, comment and share it so that your brothers out there will listen and also learn, and also be careful of what they eat, because according to doctors' report, it's because of what they eat that is causing them the disease that is killing our top celebrities in this country, which may also affect you. But the reason why your own has not reacted is because you are not eating it every day. So you need to listen to this doctor's voice note and be very careful of what you eat every day. What is killing us in this country is what we consume every day, the chemicals we eat as food. You need to be careful of what you consume. You need to be careful of what you eat. You don't just see anything on the road and you start eating. You need to be careful of what you eat. So all you need to do now is listen to this voice note, then share.
and we have less than 10 minutes. Please, we want you to pay not just attention, rapt attention. We may not have opportunity of coming here again. This time, the government feel that you need to hear directly from the horse's mouth, so that nobody will continue to misinform or mislead us. And then again, we believe that no teacher, no nation. So to achieve these objectives, teachers must be involved to help inculcate this knowledge. We are here in respect of the emergency declared in the health sector now against some certain foods. And these foods has now been banned in the society. By next week, we intend to move around with NAFDAC to schools, open marketplaces in the communities in order to see the success of this policy. Nigeria is now a dumping ground to so many companies, and this has to stop now. We are looking at what happened at Tommy Company just last 2 weeks, Thursday. For those of you who normally give your children noodles while going to school, noodles as they come back from school, and maybe at night again, you give them noodles. If you have been doing this, you need to stop now. We went there for inspection, we see what these people are doing. After production of noodles, if they want to package the spices, they first protect themselves by covering their nose. In the course of analysis, we discovered that these wicked people use acetate material to preserve these foods. And these are the things you give children on daily basis. At the age of 1, 2, 3, 4 years, the immune system of these children will no longer function optimally. And this is why we are having DRM today. Do you know what is DRM? No. It means drug resistant malaria. If you like, you can consume 10,000 naira worth of drugs today for malaria. I bet you a couple of days, you will see the malaria again, because the immune system can no longer function optimally. Now, we want to appeal. If you must continue with noodles, parboil these noodles, waste the water, and trash out those harmful and dangerous spices that are not good for consumption. You are now hearing directly from the horse's mouth. Nobody should continue to misinform you. But again, what happened to our own natural foods? And that's why if you watch our forefathers, you see how long they live and how strong. Some of the things you call foods here, the companies that produce them, they don't eat them because they know what they package for the people. Look at the rate of cancer in Nigeria today. Nigeria is now number 1. Some of you had that report last week, Wednesday. This is shameful. This is shameful. And we need to sit up. Remember, teachers, if you have not learned anything today, you must learn that you are what you eat. If you want to live healthy and strong, it depends on what you consume. Again, the so-called Team Tomato. Can we all hear Igbo?
Yes.
Enaro today. Okay. Now, pay attention. We discovered that some of the things we call foods here are just too dangerous for consumption, and this has to stop. We're talking about tomato. Some of you have had the ban. In 3 months' time now, you won't see anything caught in tomato in Nigeria any longer. For the enforcement, we start on next week Tuesday. Don't be surprised to see that bag within your communities and open marketplaces. We need to enforce this now. We discovered that some of what you call tomato is not even tomato. Please go home today, open the so-called tin tomato, dip in the finger into it, and have a taste of it. Before now, you understand that real tomato do have what we call fermented taste. But unfortunately, what we have now is just ladder fruits. Ladder fruit is from Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, and South Africa. These wicked companies will grind these fruits, add flour to it to make it thick, color it, add sugar, and preserve with syrup. And these are the things you call tomato. Teachers, I can bet you we are just living under the grace of God. Go to hospital today and see things for yourselves. What happened to our own natural tomato? And people will tell you, no, natural tomato is costly. If you know the head value of natural tomato, no matter the amount, let's be sincere for once. For example, you see people suffering from weight load, just ordinary weight load. They will tell you, I want to go to hospital to take injections because of weight load. Why not get ripe natural tomato, dip in the finger into it, and allow it for 1 hour? And that will put an end to weight load. Because of the level of clorazapine involved. These are the medicinal value. And the question is, what do we now do if we begin this enforcement? What do we now do? These are the questions you need to ask after now. We will tell you how to preserve your own natural tomato for as long as 9 months without fermenting. Again, ice fish. I'm sure you have this one in your pot as I'm talking with you now. There's no pretending about it. This one is in your pot as I speak now. On 15th of last month, you had what happened at Lagos State. 29 surplus Indian companies were seized. The major company that bring in ice fish here in Nigeria. We discovered that ice fish, this wicked people bring in here in Nigeria, is far different from the one they use over there in their country. And that's why they see here as a dumping ground. Do you know what is formalin? What is it? The other school yesterday were just looking at it. Formalin is a chemical morticians use for embalmment. And that's why if you go into the mortuary, if you want to approach the section they pack these chemicals, they will quickly want you to do what? To protect yourself, to avoid inhaling these chemicals. These wicked people now use it to preserve ice fish. Look at the level of wickedness in the land. This is why we banned importation of turkey and chicken over 30 years ago. Yes. And there's this experiment I want you to do today with ice fish. And please don't fail to do this one today. It's part of education. Yes. I'm sure we learn every day. Yes. Now, get ice fish. And I'm sure after this experiment, you must appreciate that we're just living under the grace of God. Yes. Get this ice fish, cut it, put it in a basin, and pour hot water into it. 10 minutes, remove the ice fish. Pour this water into a cooler. And then do what? Cover it very tightly. Leave it for 24 hours. After 24 hours, open this cooler. If you have a standing plantain tree in your compound, pour that water under it. And watch that plantain under 2 hours. You see that all the hands of the plantain will begin to get it. 6 hours. You see that the plantain will give up. Teachers, this is going to be as an eye-opener. And that's why you must do this experiment. It's going to prove a point. So please, if you must continue with ice fish, always watch with what? Hot water. Or you dry the ice fish so that the chemicals will do what? Will shrink out. Take your time, go to FMC, Federal Medical Center. Today we have Nigerian Medical Association. Immediately we mention ice fish. You see, doctor said we should go down. He has to quickly lead us to cancer section, where we recorded a shocking number of 69 patients having leukemia cancer. And I'm sure you know what is leukemia cancer? Yes. Cancer of the blood. The worst cancer on planet Earth. If you know, you can remove your blood 10 times, it doesn't matter. And after analysis, we discovered that 53 out of 69 was as a result of formalin through ice fish. This is where you have a role to play as a teacher. Do not hold this information to yourselves. Remember, anything to save lives is part of God's mission.
Yes.
It's a collective fight. As you go out there in the communities, tell somebody, so that the person will tell another person. Before you know, the information will do what?
Yes.
This is how we want to achieve this objective. Again, Maggi cubes start. You can make use of other seasoning cubes, but that one written star on it. I'm sure some of you knew this one before. This is no longer now. The matter is now in court, and we hope court will take a decision in a couple of weeks. We start facing it out completely. After production of Maggi or any seasoning cubes without preservatives, I give you less than 1 hour. You see the Maggi word? Only preservatives that keeps Maggi. But the one we discovered is salmon. Is the reason why the government took them to court. They use Senai soluble to do what? To preserve. And I have no apology to say this. If you have been using Star Maggi before now, your immune system may have been affected. Preservatives. And that is why. No, this is not funny. No, this is not funny.
Okay, listen. Hello.
That's why some of us, just a bite of mosquito today, we start having malaria. But these are the things ordinarily immune system should do what? Resist. So please, we need to be mindful of what we eat. There's other seasoning cubes. I don't want to promote any particular product. Yeah. That's why I don't want to mention names. Yeah. But this one, written star, you can avoid it like COVID-19. Yeah. But what happened to natural spices? There are too many of them out there. What happened to them? And these spices are rich in medicine. They are rich in medicine. We don't value what we have any longer, and this is unfortunate. What happened to them? The other day we went to Lagos State to teach about fibroid, and some of you have had it. The best news for this 2023, fibroid is no longer by surgery. You cannot use what you have in your home. And that's why I do tell people, God is wiser than us.
Yes.
The problem we have here in Nigeria, we don't have leadership. Now if I say this, I have no apology.
Yes.
What we have now is incompetent leaders. Yes. Otherwise, by now we should have started developing our own medicine. The paracetamol you are taking today, is it not acetaminophen? Where did they extract it? It's not from cassava leaves. Go to akwụkwọ you got white substance in there. That's why they extract acetaminophen using production of paracetamol. We have the medicines here. And we went to Lagos State to teach about this fibroid. We saw a white man, Mr. Kevin, all the way from Netherlands. These people must be laughing at us. You know what brought in here in Nigeria? Common Nadan leaves. And what do we use it here? Just for land demarcation. Or maybe where you have land dispute or in a shrine. 19 bags. He was exporting it until the state coordinator approached him. You know what he says that shocked me? We Nigerians, we don't know what we have. He went ahead to tell us the value. And we understand that you can use these leaves to kill epilepsy. And today we believe epilepsies are not curable. You can see the level of ignorance. We are talking about noodles. So many of you will go back to it today. What happened to our own natural foods? For example, pekiam. I was discussing with father now. Thank God they know what is pekiam. And some of you don't know.
I don't know.
Look at it. How many of you? Okay, you know it. How many of you eat it today? Let's be sincere. How many of you eat it today?
Hey!
It's not
Look at it.
This is really unfortunate. Including native people. These are food that are rich in medicine. So, how many of you eat it today? So you can see, look at we are degenerating almost every day. So please, we need to stop. Finally, we are not for it. You already bought in December, right?
Yes.
Please, I will do my job. Audience, I will do my job. I will force it. The issue of groundnut oil, there's nothing wrong about groundnut oil. Everything is wrong telling the people that this is non-cholesterol. There's nothing like non-cholesterol. We're having seminar on 25th of this month. We told the companies, we want to give them a rule book. You must abide by it. If you can't, get out of the country. Some of the things they do here, they dare not tolerate it over there. My dear, there's nothing like non-cholesterol. You are being deceived. That's what we call market strategy or business strategy. They want you to see non-cholesterol and do what? If you go to Europe, in London precisely, where we went for research of blockade of fallopian tube and infertility, any product of groundnut oil you see in London, in Kefa's community, look at the label. You will see their level of sincerity. After refining, the next thing is to indicate remaining cholesterol at the label. That's over there you see 6.2% cholesterol, 8.9, 11.6. But here in Nigeria, they will tell you, no. How did you come about it? If not for market strategy. But the implication here, with the hope that this groundnut oil is non-cholesterol, be buying and accumulating cholesterol. I'm sure you know the implication. Systolic blood pressure, because the blood can no longer flow and heart problem. That's why we have rampant cases of high BP today. And new generation doctors will tell you high BPs are not curable. Who told you? That's misleading. Were you born with high blood pressure?
No.
Why not first of all fight cholesterol and accumulation of toxins without taking BP drugs? You see the BP do what?
No.
Or except the BP is pregnancy induced. In that case, you immediately give birth without taking BP drugs. It normalizes. Some of you have experienced this.
Yes.
So where is the misleading information all over the places? Another funny thing, if you place this groundnut oil under a room temperature, you will see that this groundnut oil will not do what? Will not sleep. That's where they got it. It will not sleep because of the preservatives they use.
Yeah.
Even if you have to put this groundnut oil inside freezer, you will see that this groundnut oil will not do what? Will not sleep. That's where they got it. What happened to red oil? What happened to soya oil? What happened to vegetable oil? Coconut oil? Olive oil? What happened to them? Look, if you go to London and tell them in Nigeria, we only use olive oil for spiritual purposes, they will want to examine if you have problem in the head. Over there, they use it for cooking. Here in Nigeria, we want to overtake people who brought religion to us. And this is really unfortunate. Even red oil, what happened to it? And people will tell you, no, it has high cholesterol, but you're eating ofako that has almost 90-something%. You are being deceived. The larger part of cholesterol in red oil, you've done justice to it by wasting almost 90% during the refining processes. When you find the red oil is about 10%, and it's not a threat in any way. I will give you this tips for free. I'm rounding up with it. At least if you have not learned anything today, you must count this one as one. That's why I tell people, no knowledge is a waste. If you go home today, you find out any of your child is dull in learning, or the child is not brilliant from 2 to 20 years, look for red oil. I'm sure this one is going to talk. Look at the container of this red oil. And please make sure this red oil is not adulterated. There's a lot of adulterated red oil. Father, the level of wickedness in this land is becoming something else. You see, you saw the people who paraded last 3 weeks on Channels television, arrested at Ogara. Somebody went and bought expired motor engine oil.
Yes.
Reddish in color, and it has to mix with red oil.
Oh.
Unfortunately for him, somebody was just recording as he was missing the and he brought it to the office. And DSS went into action. And the boy was arrested. And people have been buying this type of
The red oil now, they used to mix it with color.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be mindful of the one you are buying out there. So, get this red oil. Look at the container. You see those ones at the top, and the one that settled down. Take a tablespoon of that one at the top. Give this child first thing in the morning on empty stomach. Do it for complete 11 days. Now sit back. Start watching this child very closely. You will see how brilliant and smart the child will remain. As a result of what? High level of vitamin B3 involved for brain development. Not only vitamin B3, it has vitamin A for good eyesight. It has nicotinamide. It has riboflavin. It has thiamine. It has B6. So what else do you want?
What about adults?
No, from 10 to 20 years. Please, teachers, we need to stop. Be mindful of what you eat. The message is clear.
Yes.
Had even I have enough time, I would have taught you how to boost the immune system once in a year and stop running from hospital to
hospital. 5 minutes.
Please, if you have your recording phone, do justice to this. I'm doing it. At least if you have not benefited anything from this government, this one might be one. I will mention the health challenges here so they can only choose one time to come. And please, teachers, I want to beg you. This is not for commercial purposes. Yes. As we come in here, we didn't ask you for anything. And if you give me, I will take. This is the ethics. Don't do like urban girls, Sonisha. Mrs. Margaret, she's no longer a teacher today. She has now been dismissed. A teacher that has only 3 years to retire. The daughter was having fibroids, 16 years of marriage, no issue. She did twice operation. Doctor told her the third one because disruption. As God may have it, the school was selected. After the lectures using female aloe vera and the rest of them, because we used that one to prove a point there. She went home, prepared the medication, and invited the daughter from Lagos State. We know one thing about this medication. The first day you take it, you go to toilet, you see the fibroid draining out. 14 days, she went for scan. They told her no fibroid found. 1 week she took in. Instead, this woman to use this opportunity to teach others, because you can only give what you have. She went and opened a herbal home. Not only that, she had the audacity to go outside and erect signage, meeting fibroid specialists. So you can trust God. God has a way to expose a questionable character. You'll be doing it. One day, Nemesis will do what? She collected 90,000 naira from a lady. That was the day God said, enough. The rest is now history. Please, you choose one among these. We want to use one to prove a fact. These are challenges. 1. Boosting of low immune system once in a year. Diabetics. Eye problems such as glaucoma, cataract, pterygium, and sight defects. Hormonal imbalance, ovarian cysts, goiter. Do you know what is goiter?
Yes.
Infertility, psoriasis, epilepsy, asthma, ulcer, that is including flatulence, hyperacidity, heartburn, peptic, nomadic, gastric, and duodenum ulcer. Do you know what is duodenum ulcer?
Let's use ulcer because it's common.
Okay. High BP and low BP. Hysteria. And finally, prostrate and finally stroke. So among these, you can ulcer, right?
Let's use ulcer because our pupils are secret. Some of them don't come
Of immune system.
Immune system. Which one do you want?
I'm sure. We have active immune system. These attacks come. Immune system will do what? We fight them.
Okay. Go on.
How to boost the immune system once in a year? Please take note. The natural remedy. Get a handful of virgin guava leaves. As you're taking it, it's like a dry split. I'm sure this one is going to prove a point. A handful of virgin guava. Do you know what is virgin guava leaves? Virgin guava leaves means guava does not produce fruits. The leaves. This one has what we call Rhabdis caudipnosis in it. But if you find out this one has produced fruit before, it has got that Rhabdis caudipnosis. A handful of it, put it in a kettle. A hand of male aloe vera. You know what is male aloe vera? It used to be tiny and small. The female one used to be large. This one has thiamine soluble, while the female one has only thiamine. Just one hand of it, put it in the same kettle. 2 full stainless cup of water. This stainless cup is the one that has hands. Beating 5, 5, 5. And finally, a sachet of olive noni. Tear the pepper, bring out the bag, drop into the kettle, and boil for 25 minutes. This 25 minutes will start from the boiling point, and don't allow it to exceed 25 minutes. This time, you can only get one stainless cup. One has evaporated. Filter it and eat well to avoid dizziness. You take it once in a year. That's why you took that day, go to calendar and do what? Take the date. That time, let's say another 12 months, you repeat. This is how to boost immune system. Another benefit you have while doing this, if you have any toxins, chemicals, cholesterol, infections, no matter how stubborn, and sugar in the blood, it will help do what? Detoxify them. So that's why when you take it 2 hours, go and urinate. You might be forced to ask yourself, is this thing coming out of my system? And you start having a new lease of life. Under these 12 months, if you have malaria attacks, consider this program as free. And this is applicable to children also. Children from 2 to 20 years, half glass cup. Watch this side under these 12 months, so you know whether we're here to toil our waiting. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Wait, I said God bless you all.
What is olive?
Olive noni is an extract from different natural medicines. It has 219 agents. You can get it at any teaching hospital or FMCs. But before you go there, please approach your. Nigeria is a very difficult place. Yeah. Approach your family doctor. You give the endorsement. Because if you go there without the endorsement, they won't say for you. And government has already subsidized it so that poor people can have access to it. So people won't say this program is just for politicians or for big men.
It's very costly.
Such as the 2,000 naira once in a year. Okay. And stop running. The Reverend Father said, this one is what we know as health insurance. That every other health insurance is encouraged. And I agree with him. Once in a year, you do it. And you see how healthy and strong you remain. The day you take it, please don't test anything you got. Don't test anything liquid milk. It's counterproductive. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Doctor.
Tomato, okay, get a basket or half. Tomato is seasonal. By the time you get a basket, 7,000. Grind it, allow the water to sieve a little. Pour it into a bucket. This bucket must have cover, and the cover must be airtight. As you pour it into the bucket, place nylon on the surface. Get pure natural honey, no matter how small. Pour it on top of the nylon, and then do what? Cover the bucket. Anytime you want to make use of the tomato, open the bucket, raise up the nylon, scoop the quantity you want, and cover it back. That tomato will remain as fresh as the day you grind it for 9 months without fermenting. You don't need to put in. Remember, anything you put inside freezer, like those of you cook soup and put inside freezer, once it gets blocked, what you're eating is what? Complete chaff. All the vital content in it is gone. I don't want to go into this because of the economic challenges, but the truth must be told. Once you put soup inside freezer and it gets blocked, what you're eating, or those who watch vegetable sauce, they will tell you.
All right, thank you so much for watching, and I am very, very sure that you learned something that will help you tomorrow. So all you need to do now is to share and be careful. That thing that you learn them, make sure you use it, put it at work. Be careful of what you eat so that you will not die young for me. Thank you so much. Please share this video.